Welcome back to the Mortgage Update with Dan Frio, and I, of course, am Dan Frio. If you have any questions for us, please call 833-DAN-FRIO. And Frio is, obviously, you should be able to spell Dan, but Frio is F-R-I-O. So this segment, I asked my son to come in. He's a sponsor of the show. I kind of forced him to do that. And he is the CEO and founder of American Drum Supplies. And as we call it online, it's adsupplies.net. So, welcome, Pat.
Hey, how's it going?
Awesome. So, hey, thanks for driving me in today.
Of course.
So, I asked Patrick. Patrick, he graduated college with a degree in communications and marketing, and an opportunity came up for him to be a distributor for a drum company. And he came to me and he said, I'm going to be, I want to start this company. And it's I was hoping he'd get in the mortgage business, but kind of hoping, but kind of not hoping. So he came to me and said, I want to be a distributor of drums. And I kind of deer in the headlights, and I looked at him. I'm like, you really think you could sell enough drum sets to make a living? And I was far off of what exactly is. So welcome, Pat, and explain to all of us. He's a sponsor of the show. So go to the website, and you go over to sponsors, and he's listed there. And but explain to us, what is your company? What do you guys sell? Who's your competition? Where's the product made? Just kind of go through what you got.
So we're a family-based company, as you know. We're an industrial equipment wholesaler. So what we do is sell a bunch of products, basically. Like you were saying, drums. Drums are our niche. So you're probably thinking of the
drum set. Well, that's when you first came to me. I'm like, do you think you can sell enough snares to make a living? But what is a drum?
So a drum is actually it's a barrel. So the drum is just it's a storage container. It's called an HDPE, which is a high density polyethylene. So basically, this is a high density. It's UV resistant drum that you can contain.
So who uses it?
Basically, these products can be used anywhere. You'll often see them used in the chemical industries, the waste management industries, and also even at your residential houses.
When Pat came to me, he, it was amazing the companies that would buy truckloads. So I'm thinking, what do these people do with this stuff? So when you sell to somebody and they're ordering, one or two truckloads, I mean, we're talking a month. Yeah. You have companies that are ordering a truckload a month. So there's hundreds of these drums on there. What are they doing with them?
So for an example, we have a hospital that we work with. And what they do is hazardous containment. Everything that you see that goes on in the surgery.
So they throw in these bins.
Yes, absolutely. So you see the hazardous waste materials, anything that's hazardous waste can go in these units. So whenever it's placed into these units, then it has met the requirements federally.
So what makes you, because there's huge companies out there that have the same products that you have, companies such as Uline. And I'm not bashing these companies, phenomenal companies. There's companies like Uline, Granger, the Carey Company. There's a whole bunch of companies out there such as that. You guys have basically the same, and again, I'm not bashing these companies. It's the same product. I mean, by the same manufacturer. So why would someone go to you versus go to one of these other companies?
Like you're saying, these are all wonderful companies. The thing is if you're wanting something within the next day or two, that's just not possible for me because I do not warehouse the products. It might get you in a week or two.
Okay.
But the thing is, I'm going to save you 25% because I don't have that warehousing fee.
So one of the companies you spoke to, it was the beginning of the year, is last year, and they came to you and they said, you know what, these tariffs, a lot of the tariff wars and everything else was pretty much really weighing on their bottom line. So they wanted an area where they could cut costs. And one of the biggest expenses they had was, other than human resources in those areas, was their materials. So they reached out to you, and you captured a fantastic order, and you've been getting them monthly. But this is a way for people, and again, you hit it right out of the park with this one. The Ulines and the Grangers, those are like the Amazons of the industry. And if you need it overnight, you can't do that.
No.
But if you're looking for a price competitive approach to these products, you have to go to adsupplies.net. How do I want to say this? What segment of the business are companies that would use these products? Is it chemicals, food?
It can be residential, commercial, industrial.
Okay.
It can go medical.
Like, what are these companies putting in there? Like a medical company,
So some medical companies might put some of their pharmaceutical.
Okay. And you have various capacities of drums.
So we have 10 gallons or 14 gallons, 20 gallons, 30 gallons, 55 gallons, 65 gallons, and a 95-gallon drum. Now, whenever you're talking about these bigger drums, a lot of them are used to actually store another drum. You'll look at the 65-gallon drums for an example. What do they store? They store the 55-gallon drums.
For spill containment.
Yes.
You even have like pallet systems or something like that you put barrels on in the event that a barrel would spill chemical waste, oil, something of that, right? So that's the drum section. So other than I know drums is your wheelhouse. That's where you have basically a competitive edge over almost every company out there that I've seen. And you've even done a market analysis based on Amazon and all the other competitors you have. You're pretty much, your price point is about 10 to 15% on average lower than all those. Again, you can't ship the product overnight. Many of these products they can have within a week or two at the most. So that's a huge competitive edge. You're family owned, which that's another thumbs up. God bless you. All the products are they all made in the U.S.?
Yes, they're all made in the U.S., which is great.
So that's that part of the equation. If you go to adsupplies.net, you're going to see a whole wide arrangement of products. Go through some of the things. One of the cool things that you distribute is if anybody's out there and you have a red gas can, and it probably has Eagle on the side. That's one of the products you distribute.
Correct.
What else do you have? Like, how many products are there?
We have about 1,500 products.
Okay.
And those can be broken down into drums. We have flexible spill containment. We have material handling. And then we also have safety cabinets. So basically, you can find anything you possibly could need in the industrial world just searching on the website, adsupplies.net. Like you were saying, we're family owned. Everything's made in the USA. And we really like to focus on that. We're not like Amazon in the sense that we sell these individuals, which we do, but we really like to sell in bulk.
Even if you're a distributor out there, because I know one of the times you came to me and you're like, I think the niche that I could have is I could be the distributor's distributor, if that makes sense. Because you're taking 100 different distributors, small distributors. So if you're out there and you use the products, if you're a small entity and you go to companies such as the end manufacturer, you're not getting the economies of scale because you're going to pay top tier pricing for that because you're only going in and you're buying, 50 units. Okay. So companies such as the bigger companies, many times they don't want to ship you one or two items. They want to ship you a truckload. If you go and buy an individual product, they're going to jack up that price because that's really not where they want to be. Yours is you're taking the economy of scales of, say, 100 different smaller distributors, and you're giving them that price that they would pay if they were ordering $1 million a year.
Absolutely.
So that's when you came to me with that kind of thought process. I'm like, dude, I think you're onto something because if you could help everybody like co-op all this stuff into one spot and then distribute it from there.
Yeah.
So if somebody's out there looking to get a quote from you, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
The best and easiest way to get a hold of us is you can reach us at 888-606-3786, which is 888-606-DRUM. Or you can just go to our website at adsupplies.net, which is probably the simplest way where you can view our catalog, you can view all of our items, but it also has an actual request quote button. So it's fairly simple. What it's going to ask from you is just your name. I need some of the product information of what you're looking for and the actual quantity of this. Once this is provided, we'll have a quote back with you within 24 hours.
You're like a co-op. And what co-ops do is all the farmers get together and dump their stuff into one big bin. And then they sell it in huge quantities. If somebody were to, and when you came to me and I'm like, dude, that's perfect because you have all these little distributors that need these products. and they're going to the manufacturers, and they're like you saying, they could pay upwards of $100 for one of these drums. They can come to you, and if you're getting by the truckload, you might cut their costs in half in some of these areas. So if you're a distributor, you can go to the manufacturer. You're getting the same product from the same manufacturer, the same SKU number, but a different way, a more cost-effective way for you. So when you brought that to me, I'm like, dude, that's brilliant. But now we got to get the word out to the distributors to let them know about you, because the manufacturers don't want to let them know. So I'm glad for you. I'm happy for you. I'm here to help in any way I can. Thank you for sponsoring the show. I wish you all the success in the world. And again, one last time, tell those out there, if they're looking to get in contact with you, to get a quote, or at least to get more details on what you have and what you have to offer. And it's industrial safety and a lot of industrial shipping products. What's the best way to get a hold of you?
Pat at adsupplies.net, or give us a call at 888-606-3786, or visit us on the web at adsupplies.net. Thank you.
Dude, I told you he's my clone. If you do have a question for us, call us at 833-DAN-FRIO, and it's DANFRIO. Please go to my site, thefrioteam.com, and find these sponsors. Body Dose of Echo Home Inspections, Inc., Gary Hall with Remax Central, AD Supplies, Stuart Ramirez of eSignature Realty, Tom Mirabali, he's your independent insurance agent with Blue Cross and Blue Shield, Pat Noon, PJN Tax Solutions Group, gets the IRS off your ASS, Credit Scores and More, and Joe Trebuzio of Universal Masonry Group. So I want to thank the sponsors. Take care. Have a great day.